I'm standing away from this, but I'm using a stick so I can point exactly to what I'm talking about. This is a schematic for the three possibilities of a portal, both real and virtual. Um, these are three possibilities, these two in the televisual world, and this in the virtual world, the virtual multiverse, the real world. Um, First off, it could be Alice with her local environment transferred through the cloaking interface, virtual cloaking interface, her real world, which is part of the Mirror-World Topology of this recursive dual televisual states, the Televisual Telepresent Portals. Her real world transferred into the virtual cloaking interface, transferred into her real holodeck, and her image and her background, if this is check marked, transfer into Bob's real holodeck, from real to virtual cloaking device, cloaking interface to real holodeck to virtual holodeck to real holodeck again, and then taking his image along with her in both of their holodecks, it would be transferred over here, and he would be in virtual form along with her, transferred into her holodeck again, and then it would be fed through again in real time from the real world of her location into her real holodeck, from the virtual cloaking interface to her real holodeck interface, into her real cloaking interface, virtual holodeck interface to his real holodeck interface. If it was his location in our reality, it would come through the cloaking interface, the virtual cloaking interface, into his real holodeck, into his virtual holodeck interface, and his likeness would be transferred over to her realness down here again, and both would be transferred up to her real holodeck using his background and his likeness to her now virtualness, and transferred over to his real holodeck, and it would cycle through again, starting from in real time from his location in the real world. So that's how the real world's included in both these instances in the Mirror-World Topology that cycles through in the recursive dual televisual states. If you added a computer to each of these portals, a computer to produce the virtual reality of a virtual multiverse. For this argument, I want to say that we'll never be able to see a multiverse beyond our cosmic horizon. So it's just as well, and it's good, in fact, to just call it a virtual multiverse because it exists. We assume it exists. It has to exist, but we'll never be able to test it out. So both of these are check marked. And this is still coming from the real world. Both of their real world environments are check marked. So both of them entered into the cloaking interface, virtual cloaking interface, into the real holodeck again, and into their virtual holodeck interface. But this time, instead of a recursiveness in the real world, it goes directly to their virtual computer and their real world combined with the virtual multiverse. They're now virtual cosmic portals. They're no longer real, signified by the blue of the real outside world. They're virtual, and I just put purple there. Excuse me. But they don't. There's no longer a recursiveness, as in the televisual portals of the real world. It goes to the virtual computer, and it augments their real reality, their real positions in reality. And the only thing I can think of for this state is an entanglement in virtual form in the virtual multiverse. So these are the three states of a real and televisual portal. I've often talked about the photographic portal, the televisual portal, the cosmic portal. The photographic portal and the televisual portal are in two different states by themselves, low tech and high tech. But this is the other end of the high tech spectrum, going towards the televisual high tech to the much high tech virtual cosmic portals, something that we may not ever be able to achieve, but it would be greatly more high tech than the televisual portals. It's on the other side of the spectrum, and this I can only imagine. I only stop right there. Both of them are check marked because they're augmented realities put through a virtual computer to produce an entanglement of some sort inside this virtual multiverse that we'll never be able to see or test. Well, I hope I explained this as best I could. Thanks a lot.